So I want to start the conversation because there's a lot of fears right now about the potential for AI to displace workers and automate jobs. Why do you think some of those fears might be misplaced?
Well, let me start by saying that there are going to be winners and losers. And I think people are simultaneously insufficiently optimistic and insufficiently pessimistic because there will be displacement. And this is always true in episodes of technological change. Think of all the office workers or production workers who are displaced by computer technology, or think of those longshoremen who are striking along the coast of the United States. They're worried about automation, and they're not wrong. If it weren't for their labor actions, in fact, a lot more of their work would be automated. But automation doesn't is a limited subset of what we do with new technologies. We also use new technologies to create new capabilities, and those new capabilities create new work and new demands for expertise. Many of the jobs that we do just wouldn't exist without the technological underpinnings that make them feasible. Like we wouldn't, if it weren't for technology, we wouldn't have flight. We wouldn't have penicillin. We wouldn't have electricity. We wouldn't have telecommunications. We wouldn't be speaking over Skype. And those new innovations do two things. They do several things. One thing is they sort of create a new set of possibilities. They expand the domain of human capabilities. The other thing they do is they create new requirements for human skills that create good jobs and reward people. But the people who are on the upside of that are not always the same people who are on the downside of that. And so our concern should be two things. One, we should be concerned about the displacement, and we should have policies and supports in place that help people make successful transitions. We should not pretend that's not going to happen. It always has happened. The other is we should be keeping an eye on expertise. And what makes labor valuable in industrialized countries is expert knowledge to do some specific thing that's valuable to do and that not everybody knows how to do and requires human labor, right? Could be coding an app. It could be remodeling a house. It could be taking care of a cancer patient. It could be cooking an excellent meal. And so what we worry about when we see technology displacing jobs or workers is that it often displaces expert work and sends people into generic work that doesn't require specialized training or knowledge. So food service, cleaning, bus driving, even daycare. And these are incredibly valuable activities. They're socially important, but they are poorly paid because they don't require specialized training or certification. So our concern should not be the number of jobs. We're actually running out of workers, not running out of jobs because of our demographics, but whether we have jobs that reward people's expertise and knowledge rather than jobs that displace expertise and knowledge and don't leave people with a viable, highly paid thing to do.